Hi, Gemini. This reading is for anyone who identifies with or is interested in your energy during October 2018. The twin energy, the lover's energy, right? Which deck, Gemini? And what is your ruling planet, Gemini? Why don't I know that? I do have some significant Gemini. It's because I'm thinking of the planets of mine that are Gemini. My Mars and my Jupiter are Gemini. Let me get this music right for us. That will be a little too loud, I think, when we start the reading. You have some really supportive, kind, very kind, generous, happy, relaxed energy supporting these messages, and or just you in general right now, Gemini. Us, we do. Kind, just this vibe of, you know, you've got nothing to be sorry about. Don't worry. Like they feel the support, the supportive energy feels very relaxed, and it's like they, you know, it wants us to as well. Mercury. Yeah, Mercury. Of course. Yes. Of course, Mercury, the communicative planet, the communicative sign, Gemini, Mercury energy, lover's energy. We can't be 3 minutes in and I haven't started. Well, it is what it is. So which deck? The Paulina Cassidy's SpirtSong tarot deck with these supportive, loving, kind energies. Okay. I'm sure that's your reading, Geminis. You have the Nine of Shells or the Nine of Water reversed, representing you. The Wheel reversed, so the Wheel of Fortune, it's just the wheel in this deck, is what's crossing you. And then we have a lot of cards out of this deck, but the Seven of Water is at the bottom of the deck. Many options at this time is the overall energy of the reading. Choice, ambitions. Geminis, you don't know which way you want to go at this time. I should have known that. You didn't know what this energy, didn't know which deck. I couldn't know which deck until I began recording. We weren't sure what wanted to come through, and that's the overall vibe here. A lot of Geminis have so many options, they don't know what they want. You're not sure what to choose. The Nine of Shells in reverse, I'm going to let you look at this with me, Geminis. I guess you honestly can't see these very well, but the clarifiers you should be able to see a little bit better. The Nine of Shells in reverse, you may be so focused at this time, Geminis, on all of your options, all of your choices, that you aren't focused enough on self-love, on maybe self-care, is what I mean here. Possibly. For some Geminis. Okay, so you have all of these options. Some of them seem fantastical. Some of them seem like things that you can't 77 may be very significant for you at this time, Geminis. Some of them seem like things that you can't have, that you can't reach, that are impossible, for lack of a better word, right? And some of you Geminis need to ask yourself, you know, are you letting a dream die? Are there one of those options that you're telling yourself is impossible, but really it may be a dream that you want to aim for, you want to shoot for? Is there a mature, masculine, probably egoic figure in your life, either a father figure or an authority figure, or like a boss or somebody like that, or a divine masculine partner, possibly for some mature masculine energy, not necessarily even a man, that is suggesting to you that one of these options that you have at this time is not a real or realistic option for you, Geminis. Or is it just a divine masculine part of you? I'm sorry if I am a little distracted. Geminis, I am there. We have 4 cats wandering around here now, so I am trying to keep an eye on all of the things that they are messing with before anything any irreparable damage is done. So I'm so sorry that it, you know, it's taken me so long just to get started. We're 10 minutes in and I'm just on your second card. This will be lengthier than I planned, obviously, Geminis, but we will see these messages through. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I'm actually really eager to see where this is going from what I see so far, and I'm glad that the entire reading came out perfectly with the Paulina Cassidy's SpirtSong Tarot. Even though you can't, well, you can sort of see them a little better than I thought there. Maybe if I wonder if I brighten this for you, if that helps. Yeah. If it, you know, this divine masculine figure that I'm talking about may be have some significant Libra in their chart, or it may be someone, like I said, a masculine energy, an authority figure, or a divine masculine in your life, or a boss, father figure, something like that. A divine masculine energy that feels like it has such ownership over this part of your life, making your choice between all these options you have. That it feels like law to you. Now, maybe for some, I am talking about some sort of legal restriction that limits your options, your choices. That's definitely a potential here. This can be law, but it's I get the sense that it's someone telling you what your truth is, telling you, this is just the way that things are, and it's like they're not wanting things to change, and it's limiting your possibilities. And I think I'm also talking to Geminis who want to choose one of their options that offers them financial independence. True financial independence, not working for anyone else. The Sun in reverse is what's on your mind. When your ego is quiet, when you stop worrying about money, when you stop worrying about what other people want for you, even people who feel like may feel like they have a certain amount of ownership over you and your decisions, when you stop worrying about not pleasing them, in that place, Gemini, when your ego is quiet, your crowning thoughts say your higher mind, your higher self. Knows that limiting your options and your possibilities in that way for those rules, that law, these other energies, this other person, robs you of true happiness. Is stealing your joy presently, is stealing your energy. You have transformation in the root of the situation. The Death card, transition, liberation are what's noted here. I love this art. I love this deck. So you've apparently come to this place where you have many, many options now, because of a significant transformation that you've undergone. Shedding an old place, an old lifestyle, an old partnership maybe, old choices, habits, patterns, all of the above for some, with the Death card showing up here, the transformation card. For some of you, Geminis, you need to be reminded that that transformation that you underwent had a lot to do with learning how to protect your boundaries. Your energy, be it your time, your money, your attention, all of the above. You became someone who knew how to guard these things and when to guard these things and with whom to guard these things, right? That's this significant transformation that you've undergone at some point in your life, not necessarily the recent past. This is the foundation, the root of the situation. So at some point in your life, and that some of you need to be reminded at this time that is a big part of why you have so many options at this time. And yet you're not, a lot of us aren't protecting our boundaries when it comes to this significant person in our lives. This divine masculine energy, mature masculine energy. Could be a woman who exercises a lot of authority over us, bosses us around, is our boss at work, dictates things in our life. Again, possibly a parent, a partner. I see someone egoic, someone very powerful. The two of you have a long history. There was a big story that just wanted to fall out in clarification there. If for those of you who do resonate with this, obviously going to be very long message now, thus far, and wish to expand from that point forward, we can. I'm not going to you know, obviously go into half of the clarifier deck right now, but I think we're talking about somebody that you have a long history with. You have there's a lengthy story to your entanglement and ties with that figure, why they have such power in your life, why their word feels like law. And or, okay, also, I can be talking to some Geminis who you're running into, as you're looking at all of these options and seeing what you want, Geminis, you're also running into the fact that Libra season, which we are still in right now, is just not the time for one of the options that you are looking to maybe expand on, or maybe you're trying to make an argument with this authority figure in your life as to why you want to and should choose the path, the direction you're hoping to go in. And Libra, whatever's happening timing wise in your life during Libra season is not helping you out, right? It's just not, it's also, this is just also not your time. And this is your lesson. I'm glad that my eyes jumped here. I usually leave this for, I have been leaving this for the end of the reading, but your lesson is the 10 of feathers. That's the 10 of air, or the 10 of swords. Again, the word transformation and also the word recovery, but that also to me is a finality, a finish, an end of a cycle, an end of a painful negative cycle, probably a painful ending to that negative cycle. A harsh ending, possibly someone intentionally hurting someone else, but certainly someone ending something. And then we have the Emperor in reverse. That is your lesson. I certainly see the message that, Geminis, it is time for you to take any power back that you've given away. Maybe power that, if we're talking about a parent, it could be power that you never actually have exercised or had or owned yourself ever. Maybe they've just always had these rights over you, or a partner that you've been with since you were very young, like early 20s or before. Then again, they could have an ownership, a power of yours over you that you've never actually experienced exercising yourself. And it's time for you to make this decision, these options. There is a reason. There is a reason why you've been allowing them to dictate your decisions. There's a reason why you have been allowing them to stray you away from the option that you really want to choose, the dream that you really want to choose, okay? With the Seven of Swords in reverse here. That's you facing your fears, facing your darker shadow side, inviting that part of you in. In that part of that darker shadow side of you, one of the parts of you that you don't, parts of us that we don't want to face, Gemini, is that part that is afraid and that is scared to go after what you really want, or the dream that seems too big, that seems too impossible, right? And so that is a part of you that has leaned into allowing other people to make decisions for you, dictate your options, your limitations, tell you that there's no way that you could ever do that. Even if 100 people that are close to you tell you that, it's still up to you to believe in yourself and tell those people to shut the fuck up, leave you alone, get out of your face. If they're not going to be supportive, then you don't need to talk about or share that part of your life with them. It's not their life, it's yours. And there has to be a reason why you've given that power away, or why you've never taken it if you've never exercised it. No one's judging you for being a little afraid. We all are, right? And so I see you facing that as you take this power, take this ownership, make this decision, choose this risky, scary path that is you trying to follow, chase after your dreams, you giving yourself, future you and children of yours or future children of yours, the option and opportunity to know that you chased after it, that you went for it, even if you don't achieve exactly the picture you have in mind and dream of right now. It's you choosing to chase after it, to try, to believe in yourself, to give yourself that option, that opportunity, and definitely, certainly to give yourself the knowledge in the future that you did try, you did go for it. Maybe for some it's a certain person you want to chase after. For a lot of you, I mean, it's a dream of some sort, okay? It's a dream of some sort. And the other clarifier that came up on the transformation card is the World card here, Gemini. So also, when you started protecting your energy, your boundaries, whether it was your money, your time, your attention, your effort, all the above, again, when you started doing that, you gave yourself the ability to manifest anything you wanted. With the World card showing up. That's why you have all of these options to sort through, even if Libra season isn't exactly the moment for the one that you really want. I sense that maybe some of you have been feel like you've been waiting too long. And maybe that's why it's particularly frustrating that Libra season isn't the moment. That could be why that's showing up. And there's another 10 here. This is in your advice, though. It's in this deck in particular, that what's noted is responsibility and dedication, but it's in reverse. It may be time to move away from some of the things that you've previously felt responsible for or felt dedicated to. In particular, I'm talking about a line of work that you're not interested anymore. Endeavors, activities that distract you from the path that your heart and soul really wants to venture down. And then you have Justice reverse. as I said, I do think here in this reading, this clarifier was representing that what this person says to you is law. And here we have, this person can be a masculine part of you. Maybe these beliefs have been instilled in you by another or others, ingrained in you at a malleable age, and instilled in you so deeply throughout your youth that it's now just a mature masculine part of yourself, whether you're male or female, right? But whomever that energy is coming from, obviously it stems from someone else originally, and it feels like law to you. And your advice is to turn your dedication, your responsibility, and that which feels like law on its head. To question it. I'm not saying to flake out on commitments that you've already made, or to necessarily break contracts, etc. But I'm saying to make decisions that dictate the direction of your own life. Make sure you can't blame anyone else but you for the position you find yourself in. What is your truth? Question it. Don't make any solid moves, but question it, at least. Of course, question it before you do, right? In your inner world, you have the Eight of Swords reversed. So this is work that you are already doing currently. And in the near future, you have the Page of Swords reversed. Do you see the storm coming, Geminis? I have to ask. But also we have exploration and discovery turned on its head. So yeah, Libra season, the near future, and Libra season goes through the 22nd of this month. In the near future, exploration and discovery are in reverse. As I said, it's really not quite time for you to go down that path that you really want to. But I just mean this season. I get the feeling that next season that may change. You do have the Hanged Man in the end result of the reading, so right around the end of the month. And we've got that full moon in Taurus on the 24th, right around when Mars retrograde moves back into Capricorn, right? Sometimes during these readings I remember to think about the little bit of astrology I've made note of, and sometimes I get lost and don't. So I'm just trying to keep it in mind. The Hanged Man in this deck is noted as patience and perspective, or those are the keywords that are put with him. And I love, again, the depiction in this particular deck. So maybe at the end of the month, even patience again is still required for a lot of us Geminis in this matter. If not a Libra, it may be a Virgo energy that is plaguing you, I have to say. I hate to say that because I just said that in another reading. But I say that because that's in your hopes and or fears. So just for some Geminis, it could be a Virgo that you're afraid to face, afraid to take that power away from. More likely, though, you are hoping for this divine wisdom and spiritual power that's noted on this card. And it's a depiction of the Hermit, self-reflection, illumination, examining one's life, healing through and in solitude, right? You're hoping for this. You actually need the time that you're being given. It's not quite time, not just yet, in Libra season, or even throughout the end of October. Not just yet, not quite time to follow down the path that you are really wanting to follow down. It is an option. So you do have time for this reflection that you need. and to gain a new perspective. The time is just not quite right yet. But you are headed toward calmer waters, calmer emotional states, calmer mental states. That is what this time gives you. And then going into 310s, and that could be significant for some, but 310s have shown up now, and all in reverse. So I do hope this negative cycle dynamic that you have where someone else is making decisions for you or controlling a little bit too much of your decisions isn't continuing. I'm seeing all those 10s in reverse. But individually, I've told you how I feel about them. This one is the 10 of shells. So the 10 of water or cups and other decks, blessings and well-being, and it's in reverse. This is what November looks like for us Geminis. This is normally not just blessings and well-beings, but for well-being, but for me in particular, this is you can't see that anyway. For me in particular, it's shared emotional fulfillment. And I think that's what's happening, is that that's why it's hard to face this energy that has some power over your life to tell them that, you know, you're going to make these types of decision, or at least this decision on your own. You're going to choose the path you want to take. I think it rocks the boat in your home and or family. It may call a significant partnership into question. It really may honestly make someone feel like you just have unrealistic expectations and they just can't trust in you or follow that path with you, especially if it's a partner. You have, in the recent past, you have the 5 of feathers in reverse. So many swords. And I think there's some mental battles going on within yourself for a lot of Geminis, and for a lot of Geminis with this other energy. For some Geminis, it is exterior to you. It's someone else that you're having these mental battles with for your power. And it's not necessary. It's yours. All you have to do is just start making decisions for yourself. Just decide that they aren't the boss of you. They aren't in charge. And it's like in the recent past, you've stopped fighting them. And that's why you're in this space where though you have a lot of options, they are limiting some of them. Let's get a clarifier on that though. I think it's because of that shared emotional fulfillment that I was talking about, right? There's the 10 of Cups again. There's your 4th 10. This one is upright, though. There's the Fool. There's you taking this risk on that path. And it's in the recent past, you stopped fighting them because you felt like you had shared emotional fulfillment with them. But I think you're seeing now that there may be like some codependent ties and energy here in this relationship or this mix. And if it's not an energy outside of yourself, that's the masculine, authoritative, egoic energy, then it can be your own addiction and attachment to that part of you and those beliefs, those laws that you've just grown attached to, maybe simply because you've learned them and you have a habit and pattern you have a relationship with them. You have a habit of you're in the habit of following those rules that have been set for you, like I said, originally by someone else, obviously. But but you're seeing that it's like it's not healthy for you to resist changing, to resist another transformation. Whether that means, like I said, taking your power back from someone else external to you that you that's making decisions for you outside yourself now, or taking your power back from, like I said, beliefs that were instilled in you at an age where it's become law for you, and making decisions about what, your laws are on your own. Just re-examining those beliefs and seeing if you want to make new ones. Let's get a clarification card on that Page of Feathers, or Page of Air, Page of Swords in reverse, because I did say, do you see the storm coming in the near future? Yeah, I mean, if you do start to express that you are taking this power, you are making this very risky choice on your own, Geminis, you're making the executive decision to direct your life the way you want to. There I see an ill temperament, a fiery, intense, passionate, maybe loving, very intense energy coming at you. Just, it can be that this person loses their temper over you taking that power. Maybe, like I said, they believe that you're being reckless, that they know what's best for you. Try not to be too harsh with them. The Page of Swords in reverse can have, the Page of Air in reverse there can have a message that's hard to deliver, and they might be very immature about the way that they go about delivering it. It looks like if you're rude, they're going to be angry, right? To simplify it, I see, immature communication and then tempers flaring. And really, with the Hanged Man at the end of the reading and the result, it's not so much, Geminis, that you are looking for, you are looking to wander down this path immediately, to take this risk and make this choice immediately. You just want to be able to ponder the option for a while, to question these laws, rules, beliefs, very persuasive, intense energies in your life. That have been known to dictate your choices and decisions and directions. You want to, call those energies, laws into question, and then ponder for a while with your new laws, or if you want new laws, and with your new perspective and your more open mind, all the paths that are also now open to you. There's some serious healing that's going to be required. Yes, you have a new perspective on the world. You have a new perspective on your option. All these paths open up. You can make your own decisions. You're taking your power back from this person. Maybe there's a fight, an argument where you've recently given up the battle. Now that you see that maybe it's an unhealthy, toxic attachment, you're reopening the battle. And I do really see the message for it being a fight outside of yourself. Although some of you, this could be a mental battle. And then in that case, I really have to say to be easy on yourself, because I do still see, immature communication and tempers flaring. So if it is between you and you, you're being really hard on yourself, and you need to be healing instead. But for most Geminis, I see the message that this is someone outside of yourself that you may actually have a battle with, that reopens up, and even if it turns out that you can't have shared emotional fulfillment with these energies, with this person, partner, even maybe, it's still, you know, it's going to be very painful for you. Why, even though you're enjoying these new paths and options and perspectives, you're going to be healing in that space and that time. The Hanged Man is, you know, I think you will be at peace, though, because you will know you have made the decision that gives you all these options and that allows you to follow your dream and takes you to a calmer state and mentally and emotionally. And you see that this person just, some of their ways to get you to do what they believed was right for you may have been manipulative. And so it's best for you to move away from them, or at least to show them that things can't remain the same between the two of you. And I think you may need time before that's possible. This is really similar to another message I just did, maybe the very last reading for Pisces, but there's a similar link there. I don't know if any of you Geminis also have significant Pisces in your chart. You may want to check that reading out. If this is a love situation, I meant to say this at the beginning of the reading. If this is a love situation, I do already have Libra season love readings up, and autumn readings up as well. So those could take you through Libra season, into the end of this month, and could also take you with the autumn readings into late December. So check those out, especially, like I said, if this is a love situation for you. The Libra season readings are specifically love readings. But yeah, it does look like you're already doing this work. You're already facing this with the Eight of Air in reverse, Eight of Swords in reverse. Courage and solutions are on their head here, the way this is. But this is normally, for me, you know, beliefs being... breaking free of your own limiting beliefs being questioned, seeing that you are limiting yourself. As I said, you know, I do think there are energies outside of yourself that you have been allowing to have a weighty say in your significant decisions and choices, but ultimately still there's a reason why you're letting them have that say, right? And so you're taking that blindfold off. Normally in a more traditional depiction of the Eight of Air there, you're taking that blindfold off and questioning those limiting beliefs of yours. Do you have to do what these rules, these laws, this masculine authoritative energy says, whether it's part of you or someone else? You know, do you have to take that as gospel, as truth, as law? Why can't you question that? Why can't you ponder? Why can't you move away from them, at least for a time? Why can't you redefine the dynamics of any relationship if it crosses your boundaries and takes options and dreams away from you and it makes you unhappy and you don't like it? The answer is you can. There is no answer to why you can't, because you can. It would just be you not letting yourself. Like I said, make it so that there's no one else you can blame but you for where you're at. If you don't believe you're responsible for where you are now, make sure you're responsible for where you are in the future, right? I see the fear again. I see that you are scared to move away from this person, to wander down this unfamiliar path. You are afraid, some of you Geminis. Of course you are. When we all are. Again, no one is judging you for that fear. I definitely see that for some Geminis, and as you're mustering the courage, you don't have the solution yet for how you will take this power back from this person, stop following these rules, these laws, and still keep your happy home together, still keep your life together. You don't have the solutions for how you will handle everything that is down this unfamiliar path. There we go. Music's back. And you don't need to yet. You just need to continue to muster the courage to make your own decisions, to take your time to weigh all of your options, even, yes, your wildest dreams, your wildest fantasies. I'm not saying that some of them aren't fantastical. That's dependent on who you are, but that's for you to decide. Each and every one of us to decide for ourselves. Not anything less is giving our power away to someone or something else. Even if I'm talking about a version of yourself that's not the authentic you, that was undoubtedly influenced by others at, again, a malleable age. And even if it, and those were likely very well-meaning energies, Gemini, and that can be really, make it really hard to question them, and a big part of why it feels like questioning them breaks up a happy home, in a way, and requires deep emotional healing here with the Three of Swords in reverse. Long-term recovery, deep emotional healing. It's possible that both of you feel intentionally wounded, but the reading is way too long, Geminis. I'll have to leave it there. I do see that it could be that you feel like they've intentionally wronged you, manipulated you, and they feel that you're intentionally hurting them. And I think both energies were maybe just trying to do what was best for you. But again, I do see some manipulation and some reason to question what is honest affection. That doesn't mean that you necessarily have to cut these energies, this person, part of you, people out of your life entirely, but we can't allow anyone to manipulate us, even if they don't mean to or realize they're doing it. That doesn't matter. We realize that it's happening and we won't be manipulated, right? All right, Geminis, I hope that gave everyone something. I hope it offered you something you didn't have before you came to the reading. I'm sorry that the reading is so late. Thank you for being patient. I've been moving. Thank you for understanding. I told you about the seasonal readings already that are up for you, the Libra season love reading. I will link that below. And then the autumn season reading is a air sign reading, Gemini, and you'll be able to find yours individually timestamped. I also wanted to say, free readings. For those of you who are waiting on free readings from me, thank you for being patient. I'm so sorry. I think most of you are just waiting on your second free reading, but there are a few of you who have not even gotten your first free reading. I'm so sorry. The move was last minute and chaotic, and I'm catching up with everything. Free readings are on hold for now. I can't accept any more of those requests at this time. But if you are interested in a personal reading from me, all of my options are listed below. They're also linked in the About section of my YouTube channel. You can get a hold of me through lunartickstarot@gmail.com. Thank you for those of you who like and subscribe. And welcome, Lunarticks, and thank you for your comments, your shares, your messages, and for donations and orders. I am truly grateful for each and every one of our energy exchanges. With that, I love you very much, Geminis, and I loved reading for you, and I will post another tarot fix for you as soon as I can.